Maryland, a young boy got his head stuck in a harbor railing. Panic set in fast. Baltimore's Rescue 1 team rushed to the scene, carefully working the bars apart. When he was finally freed, the crowd erupted in cheers. The firefighters fist-bumped him, turned fear into smiles, and even let him ride in the front of their fire truck. What started as a terrifying moment became a heartwarming reminder of real-life heroes. Subscribe for more real-life heroes. Rosa Robota, a brave Auschwitz prisoner, helped smuggle explosives for the 1944 revolt at Birkenau. Caught and tortured, she never revealed her comrades and was executed. Her courage lives on as a symbol of resistance. Subscribe for more morbid history facts. In 1940, during the Katyn massacre, Soviet NKVD officers executed over 1,000 Polish prisoners of war at Ostashkov, military officers, policemen, and intellectuals. This is a grim reality of war's hidden atrocities. Subscribe for more morbid history facts. The Winter War, which lasted from 1939 to 1940, saw the Soviet Union invade Finland, expecting an easy win. Instead, it became a brutal fight in freezing conditions. Despite heavy losses and poor planning, the Soviets gained land, but at a devastating cost. Subscribe for more morbid history facts. Ramiro Artieda terrorized Bolivia, deleting 7 women and even his own brother between the 1920s and 1938. His brutal spree ended with his execution in 1939. A chilling tale from history's dark side. Subscribe for more morbid true crime facts. Marc Dutroux, one of Belgium's most notorious criminals, kidnapped and deleted at least 4 girls and women in the 1990s. Convicted of multiple rapes and offings, he's serving life in prison. A case that shocked the world. Subscribe for more morbid true crime facts. Elfriede Blauensteiner, known as the Black Widow, poisoned 3 victims in Austria for money. Her chilling crimes earned her a life sentence, and she died in prison in 2003. A deadly scheme with a dark ending. Subscribe for more morbid true crime facts. In 2012, Jimmy Zhong exploited a flaw on the Silk Road marketplace, stealing over 51,680 bitcoins. At today's price, that's worth well over $5 billion. He remained anonymous for nearly a decade before being caught in 2021. In 2023, he was sentenced to 1 year and 1 day in prison. These are some of the last photos of Malcolm Jamal Warner. The actor was photographed at the airport in Costa Rica, looking relaxed and low-key on July 13, 2025. He had just arrived on a flight from Atlanta, exactly 1 week before his tragic death by drowning. Masanobu Tsuji was an Imperial Japanese World War II Army officer who helped plan enough campaigns that he was nicknamed the God of Strategy. He evaded war crime trials, briefly became a politician, worked with the CIA, before finally mysteriously vanishing in Laos in 1961. Frank Cannonball Richards discovered in the Army that he could absorb extreme blows to the stomach. He let people hit him with sledgehammers, jump on him, and even take punches from boxing champs like Jack Dempsey. His most famous stunt, taking a 104-pound cannonball to the gut, was performed twice a day for paying crowds. A father died after reportedly consuming only alcohol for an entire month, with over 100 empty beer bottles found around him. Thawesak Namwongsa, age 44, is believed to have suffered a seizure and tragically passed away before paramedics could intervene. In 1945, the Allied firebombing of Dresden turned the city into an inferno, killing tens of thousands, mostly civilians. The devastating air raid left Dresden in ashes, marking one of World War II's most haunting tragedies. Subscribe for more morbid history facts. On March 13, 1963, Ernesto Miranda was arrested in Phoenix for kidnapping and assault. He confessed without knowing his rights, leading to a landmark Supreme Court case. The ruling established the Miranda warning: you have the right to remain silent. In June 2025, a teenage girl named Raissa went missing in Bacabal, Brazil. While filming a news segment at the river where she was last seen, a reporter waded into the water and unknowingly nearly stepped on her body after feeling something brush his leg. Unfortunately, Raissa had drowned while swimming with friends, and a post-mortem confirmed accidental drowning with no signs of physical injury. This is one of Ozzy Osbourne's last known public photos from his farewell performance with Black Sabbath in Birmingham, England on July 5, 2025, where he performed a 5-song set. He was seated on a throne, visibly emotional, and was later joined on stage by his bandmates. This is one of the final photos of Hulk Hogan, taken just 6 days before his death due to cardiac arrest in July 2025. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, died in 1977, but some say his spirit never left Graceland. Visitors report strange sounds, cold chills, even sightings in the mansion's shadows. Is Elvis still haunting his legendary home? Subscribe for more chilling Hollywood tales. James Dean, the ultimate rebel, died at just 24 in a fiery car crash on September 30th, 1955. His Porsche, nicknamed Little Bastard, was said to be cursed, linked to more deaths and accidents after his own. A chilling Hollywood legend. Subscribe for more morbid mysteries. Marilyn Monroe's final night remains shrouded in mystery. On August 4th, 1962, the Hollywood icon was found dead at 36. Was it an overdose or something darker? Conspiracies still swirl around her tragic end. Subscribe for more haunting Hollywood secrets. From 1942 to 1945, over 120,000 Japanese Americans were forcibly removed from their homes and placed in internment camps across the U.S., losing homes, businesses, and freedom. A dark chapter in American history. Subscribe for more morbid history facts. In 1942, the Bataan Death March began. Tens of thousands of U.S. and Filipino soldiers were forced to march over 60 miles in scorching heat with little food or water. Thousands died from exhaustion, starvation, or brutality. This is one of World War II's darkest chapters. Subscribe for more morbid history facts.